pleasures come, we must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane, we must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah. Right. so brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a moment there, I thought that there was nothing more to life. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Mind if I be real for a minute? It's almost like everything I feel had a limit. It now gone past. Finding reasons to smile and to laugh, and whenever it's a bad day, music is my band-aid.
Fatality.
Oh, my darkest memories now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it, 'cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my passions, just to show me.
Yeah, baby. I hope you guys are ready. It is the final session. It is Wall Street sessions, and it is time to close up this week, baby. So, Chad, I hope you guys are ready for it. But welcome back, everyone. It is the 2Gs in the building, myself and Cribbo. Cribbo, how you doing, brother?
Good on you, bro. Big question is on what stream are these guys if they got sliced? Okay, there are sits. Chad, on what stream are you guys? Why are so many of you guys Anando's chicken?
Bro, you know, we had this talk the other day with the guys saying how we've came here, literally haven't taken a loss this week. I'm not trading in the session anymore, guys. I'm literally going to jinx myself now. But the team has had an amazing week. Yet the Chad is here being like, hey, boys, it's rough.
What are you guys? Chad, what are you guys busy with?
Won't be a bearish bias today on what pair is that, my brother? We're going to go through it now, but everything kind of playing out as they were. Holding positions got me sliced. Oh, okay. Did the markets go up because they said they might cut rates as soon as July? US 30 went up, and if you guys go back, the boys were in some buys this morning.
I was in shorts, Chad. If we go back, we're going to chat about it now. From that range, we had little to no drawdown. We were up almost 140 points. Went to break even. Told Mo we bounce off that point of control again. But I'll talk about it now. So if you are up 140 points and you take a loss, then you are... There's something wrong with you.
But Chad, before we get into it, as always, we're going to open up with a prayer. I'm going to hand over to my main man to open us up over there.
Hey, Kigo, all right. Let's mute that music. All right, Chad, let's get ready. Father, we just want to thank you for another incredible week. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for each and everyone in the chat, Father, whether it went well, whether it didn't go well, whether you made money, whether we lost money. at the end of the day, you are still in control. Father, we just pray and we dedicate this session to you. We pray that your name will be glorified. We pray that you will give us wisdom, insight. We pray that you will help us to not be fearful and also help us not to be greedy as we tackle these markets. Father, we pray that this session will be blessed. We pray that we can end off this week on a very strong and high note. And above all else, Father, I pray that you'll bring us all back safely over the weekend, back on Monday. Be with us through this weekend. Be with our families, our friends, our communities, our cities, our country. And we pray this in the mighty and the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if you believe it, Chad, now is a good time to drop an amen.
Amen.
Amen, amen.
There we go,
Let's
Chad.
go.
Drop those amens so we know he is here with us. But Chad, let's stop wasting time. Let's get into it. We know what you guys all came here for. So starting us off, as always, with the fundamental chat. Now, nothing too serious happening over there. We obviously had a lot of news basically this morning coming into the New York session. Nothing too crazy. Thanks so much. Just the Philly index, but again, nothing really dramatic yet, guys. But this is, I think, where Chris and myself are probably going to talk about this a little bit. Is the problem with our today's society is we are not seeing anything yet, but we're seeing things on the geopolitical side. And I don't know what it is with you Americans that you see the doomsday planes starting to fly. You guys are seeing, oh, let's look at the jets and the bombers. Like, hey guys, are you seeing these stealth bombers?
WW3, let's go.
Like, Chad, as much as it's all cool and wild, those are not things to be celebrating. Like, we're on the verge of something very, very serious, yeah.
It's like Iran is about to get lit.
Yo, Chad, it is. I think people need to wake up to what's actually going on in the world. But yo, America, you guys are something else.
I'm gonna say the generalized IQ of America is very low. Chad, I'm just gonna go out and say that.
But Chad, a little thing there now. So we are like, if you had World War One, then you had World War Two. We're on the brink of World War 3, but you know what, if we make it through this, we're going to go back to World War Tokyo Drift, and then we'll kind of move back on to World War 3.0. It's going to go back and forth, so just keep yourselves ready for that one. But it's going to get very interesting, and I think that's what the markets need to just understand. There's a lot that's going on, so not necessarily from the financial fundamental side, but from geopoliticals, there's a lot that's going to be going on there, guys, okay? So let's go over to the dollar now. Starting us off now. This is where things, as I said, are going to get interesting. We are very, very much bearish. And this is an area we don't want to see things kind of playing out too hectic. So, again, we're going to have this outlook. But you have to understand anything can happen. The dollar could find strength. You honestly don't know how these people think about these things. But we don't... Charles, that one was too early, my brother. That one was too early.
What?
You can stop the war in 90 days. Oh, sure. Okay. But, Chad, we're just going to see how these markets go out. But, again, I am bearish at the end of the day. So, we want to see that play out. The whole idea, yeah, we wanted to see that gap fill. And that's exactly what we got there on the money. You literally can't get cleaner than that. So, if you guys were here this morning, we spoke about the idea of it coming in, giving that fake out, testing and closing that gap, and literally that also then counts as your fake out on the previous daily low, and now we can start to trade bearish again after that fact. So just have a look out there. Going over to NASDAQ, we're going to see that then trying to trade bullish with all this momentum. We don't know how long that's going to last though. I think it's going to get quite interesting very, very quickly. But in the same breath of me saying that, if we are going to go bullish here, and let's just say things do escalate, gold starts rallying at the same time, this will be a market where we could, for now, see the indices and commodities start to rally together. So we'll just have a look out on notice of that one. But the big thing here for us, previous daily highs, same thing we spoke about. If it didn't reject here, then it was going to obviously continue higher. And that was very, very simple. Broke back above, held it, and that's it. I'm not going to try to take it anywhere. This is just no man's land. Going over to US 30, almost the same thing. You guys are going to see a little bit more on the technical side because you are bouncing off the monthly pivot. On the 4 hour, again, you're not going to try and do this, guys. This is not a falling knife. This is like a bloody throwing knife. You're going to get hit in the face if you're trying to sell there because that is
why would you say I'll get shot in the face for selling it?
Chad, You know, it wasn't my words. It was someone else in the chat the other day that said USD literally punched Chris in the face. I
No, it was
love
gold.
you, my brother.
It was gold.
But I don't believe right now it's the best. Maybe a little bit higher when you get to the weekly pivots. Maybe we start to hold
Chad,
a bit.
I'm short,
we get
baby.
that.
I'll share with you guys now. I'm
But
short.
I know where Chris is going with it, and I do believe that technique, it can work out. But yeah, for me personally, guys, I'm not going to be entering a sell over here off the rip. That just for me is not the best place. It's a little bit of a no man's land. The daily R2, to be fair, isn't a bad area, but I need to see some type of confirmation to get in on it. Because at the end of the day, we do know Asia lows literally still untested, and there is still a gap we open up with, meaning our daily still has no bottom wick. So just keep that one in notes. Then going over to gold. Now this is the interesting one, guys. Remember I said to you, I'm neutral. Obviously you want to have a look out for those bars, because the minute one of those bombs go off, it's going to get hectic, guys, very, very quickly, and you're going to see gold run like it's nobody's business. So I even said to Chris, if I do get any buy entries, I'm going to enter and I'm probably going to hold them. That's just, I will take the preparation or the be prepared to take break evens if I have to, but at least knowing I'm giving the thing the chance to run and I could catch a massive move. Who knows, I might be sitting here 3 years later and I'll still be in that gold trade. I'll have to let you guys know about that one.
Oh,
But,
Kings, I see what you did there. Where's Brian? You see what this man is doing.
Hey, some boys chose violence this morning, guys. It wasn't me. I came here and you guys started with the 90 days.
Hey, 3 years.
But we're going to see exactly for me on the 4 hour. We can see we've traded back into that area. We are holding resistance. So we traded bearish, traded back, and we technically holding resistance. So what does that mean? We want to see that bearish move. Big thing is when we go back to this, as I said to you guys, if you go look at any time we traded and we didn't bounce off, massive moves to the downside. So hence, this could go both ways, and that's why I want to say I'm very neutral, but definitely you can get chopped going either way here on gold today. So very, very risky. Hence it's a Friday. You know what, I might not want to ruin my weekend. So again, if I really don't like it, I'm not even going to bother taking the trade today, guys, and that's just the reality of it. But Chad, that is everything from me. Chris, over to you, brother.
Alrighty, Chad, let's finish off the week strong. As mentioned, dollar, I am still currently bullish while we hold with inside of this range. So let's just make that very clear. I am bullish dollar. Let's look at the lower time frames. What do we have here? Nice little consolidation around this point of control. As you can see, holding that daily support level. So for me, I am still bullish. I'm expecting price to potentially push up to that zone a little bit later here today. So do monitor that zone I mentioned this morning. If we can hold above, it will be bullish. And if we start trading back below, it will be bearish. Chad, currently in shorts. I will add additional shorts right here. I just want to show you guys. We are trading quite a bit away from that POC. I am very aware that I can get sliced like a big chicken. The trade from this morning, let's quickly talk through that real quick. That was where we took the trade. I told you guys, go break even once we hit that point of control. And what I want to show you guys here is that's where I went break even. Laik and Mo still asked me why did I not take anything off. I said the idea is that we're going for that daily flip level, and that is what we are going for. But what I want to point out to you, and this is something that I showed Mo, I just want to show you guys something. It's something that we've talked about on stream as well previously, and I want you guys a little nugget here for free. We're not even going to charge you guys or ask you to wait for it. So look at this point of control right there. Now, initial bounce, small, okay, pulls back. Second bounce, a little bit bigger. Third bounce, even bigger. When we came down here, I told Mo it is very likely that there's a lot of energy. Let me put it in simple layman terms. There's a lot of energy that the market is gaining there, and it's very likely we will protrude through that level. All right. Took a little bit of a slow range here and then punched through that level. And then once we made this new high on the day, that is when I entered my shorts. with the idea that as a minimum, we're going to get a pullback. If we don't get a pullback, then that is just chicken for dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. And it's the same with the following. If price is doing the following, let's say you bounce, you pull back, it bounces, pulls back, bounces again. This is now just the opposite of what we saw there. I've told you guys before, what it's showing me is that the bounces are getting weaker and weaker. You can, even though the lows are the same, your highs are getting lower and lower, and that is going to indicate at some stage that support is going to break down. So just a little nugget for you. No weird chart formations, just simple layman terms in terms of a level. So looking at it on the daily, I mentioned to you guys that I am still bearish with the idea that we can trade back into this range. However, we have to note we are trading back above the previous daily high. All right, so that is currently where we are trading. There is the outside possibility that this entire daily candle flips bearish and we trade somewhere down here. I don't know. It could be something geopolitical. It could be some headline. But all I'm saying is there is the outside chance this still flips bearish. But currently we are now within this range. All right. So effectively, my trade, my little pullback trade that I'm trying here, I will monitor that level. That is the previous daily high as well. If we hold there, then we will most likely proceed up to that level right there. All right. That is my idea on US 30. That is where I'm currently short. I will check now. If I get filled here, then my average price is going to go up a little bit. And then we just wait and see what's going to happen. NASDAQ, beautiful. Let me just make sure I've got my levels correct here. Daily flip is down here. All right, that's the previous daily high. Okay, let's check here. NASDAQ on the daily, breaking that previous daily high. No clean retest there. There is that daily support area, past support, potentially future resistance, a little minor area. Look left with me. So that is the area to monitor, see what price is going to do. Currently very bullish. If you weren't involved with this, now it's too late to get involved. There was your point of control, holding beautifully above it and then started to move away. But as I said, as you transpose away from this point of control at one stage, it's going to want to come back. Okay, two scenarios here. It's either going to come back quite dramatically, or what's going to happen is you're going to actually see a lot of volume accumulate there. I just want to see what you guys can see. Let me just see. Okay, so either what's going to happen is it will pull back, but it will consolidate in this area, and what's going to happen is this volume node will increase and it will actually overtake that one, and then your point of control shifts to this area. All right, then it does not need to go back down there, because this is now your new point of control established, and that will actually make a new leg higher. All right, chat. So gold, let's quickly look at gold. Gold has been relatively tough. We spoke about it this morning, that previous daily low, daily flip, and I was actually bearish yesterday. Let me just switch this off quickly. Okay, I was bearish yesterday for the idea that we closed back inside of this range, expecting price to continue lower to fill out this range low. We have now taken the previous daily low, now starting to flip back bullish. So that is a relatively bullish sign. There you can see it. Our point of control beautifully rejected this entire morning. Earlier, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Then later the afternoon actually gave you another rejection. Now we are up here again after failing to move away from these previous daily lows. So can we see a bounce above this point of control. That is the tricky part for me. I will stay out of gold just purely based on how choppy it is. If you think about it, from this morning till now, we've just been in this massive consolidative range. So nothing on gold for me. I would say if you want to tackle gold here today, the idea would be something above here. What time is it? Okay. Something above here would be good. That's going to mean that all of this was just accumulation, and this could be a massive breakout to the upside. Or what you're going to see is you're just going to see it nip out and then come back inside of the range. So just be very careful with gold. And then GU and GJ, as I mentioned, nothing on them for me. We are going to focus on what is happening here with US30. But that is me, Kigo. Thank you so much.
There we go. Chad, on that note, if you are that person that's battling with gold, there is this little indicator called Iron 2000, which is just absolutely destroying gold.
Did it rip gold?
That's ripping gold right now, bro. That's unless you, just in case, guys, if you ever wanted to trade gold and you just need some assistance, Iron 2000 is that trader's assistant you're looking for.
Will I be a chicken tonight?
Chris, are you still holding US30 from yesterday?
No, I was out, Chad. I told you guys this morning. I got stopped out of yesterday's trade.
Donovan, I think you got to choose your words very safely there, my brother. You can't be going around saying I got bombed earlier this week. I think you might get chalked there by Meta. You got to be very careful with those words, brother.
Chad, game of probabilities. That's all it is. Game of probabilities.
US30, great week, gents. Appreciate the stream.
There we go.
There we go, my brother. See, Chad, that's someone who was on the stream.
He was not a chicken. He was eating the chicken.
Some of this lot will still fade the iron. Hey, they don't know, bro. They don't know. I'll wait in here. US30 for me, guys, is just very extended. So, when Chris is maybe like back in profits by like 50 pips, then I'll try consider joining. But for now, brother, unfortunately, I think you're rowing that boat by yourself.
Listen to Brian. I bet he told me you guys aren't using same barbers, miles, everything. Bro, we've never used this.
He's rec trading Brian.
Right.
Oh, I was running earlier, bro.
He changed his name to Catch on Cuck on other streams.
Oh, Brian, is that what you've been doing, bro?
Oh, bro. I've passed the exam.
Did you?
Just got it there. Fuck.
Hey, congrats, my brother.
Shot, my brother. Yes, the.
Okay, Chad, this is no longer entertainment. This is now actually going to be...
No, I can't actually give financial advice, but this is the RE1.
Hey,
Fuck, bro. That is...
brother.
Oh, look at that, Kigo.
Sheesh.
Man is a key individual.
Bro, we need to do a little reel there for you. We can be like, unlike the rest of the industry, we don't need to fake these.
Oh, bro, that is just the weight off my shoulders.
Hey guys, I'm a bit late, but I'm here. What's happening? There we go. W. Chris, well done. Congrats, Chris. Whoop, whoop. There
I
we go.
just need...
Brian out to hurt people.
Yes, the Brian is...
We are official. Yeah, you are like Chris. There we go.
Cramming the night. 50 cal, listen here. It is... I actually don't deserve to pass this time either because I told Keegs my idea. What did I say, Keegs? I'm going to start studying 3 weeks beforehand. Yeah. And Keegs asked me on Monday, he's like, bro, how's the studying going? I'm like, I want to start now. He's like, oh, wow. That 3 weeks was really nice. Alrighty, Chad. Last position is in now. That is my average entry. Let us see. Shall we be cooked or shall we be the guys cooking?
When did the 90 days start? I need to keep the Red Rig boys accountable. I don't know, bro. I think you could go back on their socials and somewhere I think there would be a point when they started it. I'm going to guess 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks or a week ago. I'm gonna take a guess and say.
And I can solve a Rubik's Cube, Chad. I sat last night for 4 hours watching tutorials. 1 o'clock this morning, I'm like, dude, I have to get off this chair. My brain is chalked.
It's the 1 minute, my brother. But on that note, Chad, there's that markets open round 10, the final one for this week. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Round 1, fight.
Bro, that Rubik's Cube is addictive. My wife's like, ga jy weer vanaand net sit en my Rubik's Cube speel? Chad, that thing is addictive. Once you get it, it's...
Yeah, guys, we had this talk. Like, when you see, for example, that's the whole difference right there between Chris and myself, is Chris is like the commercial person's dream. They can sell Chris on anything. Where
Can you just throw it there on my screen for the guys?
when I was there and I was like, Chad, I got the Rubik's Cube. I was like, cool, I'm just going to put this in my office on my shelf and I'll look smart. Where Chris was now like, I got to mess it up and figure it out.
Yes, dude. It's something that I've actually wanted to do for many, many years. And I just never got around to doing it.
This is me or the Microsoft. Farbs, it might be you, my brother. No one else has complained yet. So
I
don't
think
know.
it is a little bit softer. I can throw the mains up a little bit.
8 ball is the best investment to trade in. There we go. We need one of those. Chad, we're actually going to start a new trend. Let us know your thoughts on it. We're going to have... Chris is what? You 10 plus years in trading.
I think so, yeah.
We're going to have
close.
10 plus years in trading and 7 plus years of trading. And we're going to take trading advice from people with 0 years experience in trading. And we're going to see how well it works out for us. And then if it... Let's just... Because the thing of it, guys, this is going to be a research and development. Because if it does very badly... We know we just continue to do that, but you do the opposite of what they told you.
So I'm going to wake up in the mornings. I'm going to tell my wife, US 30 this morning, buy or sell.
Yeah. Like, we'll still show them the charts, and they can look at it, but then tell them, listen, what do you think? Buy or sell? Simple
Bro,
as that.
support a few Fridays ago gave the guys a banger.
So you bring in a chicken into the office. Not necessarily chickens. We're not completely going the farmer's route yet.
If you really wanna encapsulate the traders, you should get some baddies in bikinis and be like, we're gonna ask these baddies whether we should buy or sell, because then you get both spheres. The
But
guys will be like, yo,
You
I'm
see,
not.
the problem is, bro, then when they see that we start doing well, they're going to want to cut of it so that they can then become baddies in a Benz. And that's...
Alrighty, Chad. I'm just monitoring here. Things are looking relatively smooth. We're not out of the woods yet. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. We are not out of the woods yet, but we're in the blues.
Chad, but then again, if you are trading with XM and with Iron 2000, you are smiling this Friday. TP3 hits on the way to final TP4. So you guys are having a nice smooth sailing here.
It's on my screen, eh?
That's on my screen,
Oh,
bro.
is it on your screen? Okay.
You guys will be chalked to the couch. Yeah, I think me and Chris are going to be in like an Airbnb or something. We're
Brian
gonna...
is all for the baddies. Bro, so I laughed when Caitlin helped me with getting dinner and stuff last time.
Yeah.
Elspie's like, yo, Caitlin messages something about Chris is trying to rizz her up. And she's like, what is rizz? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, what did she mean by rizzing me up? But I'm like, no, man, you can't be real. She's like, what do you mean? She's like, I'm not in an office the entire day with younger people. I don't know what rizzing is. I promise you. So I first had to explain to her what rizzing is. Crizzle with the rizzle.
Kyle, 100% it would be, if Chris books it, it's going to be a micro Airbnb again.
No, I'm not booking it ever again, Chad. The next 3 is Keegan's.
Hey, I chose as a good one, and then we had to cancel.
Oh, yeah, flip.
I'm still not about that, bro.
8K a flight per person is
There's a
little
part of me
rough.
that's still like, when I was watching the
Driver.
rugby last week, and I'm seeing all the ads popping up and this,
You
I'm
want to
like,
drive through?
yo,
I won't
bro,
drive.
I will.
I won't drive.
I'm not in my head. I'm sitting here now being like, now I'm gonna drive, and then
Uh-uh.
that day that drive comes, I want to be so over it.
No, we've got Loftus, dude.
Loftus.
Loftus.
MP is gonna be a jolt.
Yeah. Could they get me tickets for PE?
I must actually just follow up.
Okay, just ask.
This shouldn't be a problem, bro.
Otherwise, I'll be watching on the couch.
Nah, I'm sure they'll be able to get you.
PE. Lekker, lekker.
What is USD do now, bro? Is it coming into play?
We are basically at break even.
Hey.
We're not out of the woods yet. I'm not looking for miracles here. I'm literally looking for that point of control.
Not even like a half miracle?
Nah, bro. Like, I'm not even greedy at this stage. That point of control. Chad, what I will say though is, if this trade starts hitting, is it on my screen, Kigo? I just want to show the guys what I'll do. Okay, so what I will do in a trade management scenario is that once we get to this level where we actually shorted from this morning there, that is where I will monitor what price is going to do, because in terms of average ranges, that is the limit of your average daily range. So we've already transposed about another 60% of what our average daily range is. No, almost another standard deviation away. So if you think about standard deviations, what we talked about for the guys that have chicken nuggets in their diet, if you think about that bell curve, all right, and if you think about how many standard deviations we are away from the mean. So now let's say this is 2 standard deviations away, then you would want to trade back to 1 standard deviation, and this is 1 standard deviation there. So that is why I will be monitoring it there. Okay. If you don't know about the bell curve, don't let it bother you.
Bro, no, how crazy this is. I'm looking at it now. I was going through it. Did Iron 2000 not call the sell on gold on Monday?
On the daily, what time?
No, 1 hour. It literally called the sell just under 3,400.
Yeah, we gotta get onto the.
We're sleeping on our own thing, bro.
No, we're not. We're just busy with a lot of
Bro,
things.
like, look, this is the 30. Look at this.
We just need to finish.
What are we doing?
The actual automation, and then getting busy on the coding for the strategy tester. Yeah, Chad, just to let you guys know, we are in the process of automating Iron 2000 in a... let us never use the word bot, okay? It is just going to be automated. So for somebody that wants to use it automated...
Just think of it like the alert system. You're going to choose the alert, so the
Yes.
time frame you want and everything, and your risk per trade,
It
and
will
blah,
just
blah, blah.
execute
It's just
for
going
you.
to do it for you. That's all.
And then after that, there's so the actual code for Iron 2000 differs from the strategy tester code. So then we're going to go into the strategy tester, and we're going to pop that code in here, and we're going to basically run a lot of tests, so to see how we can improve and optimize it. But it all comes with the automation is also going to help us to basically go on MetaTrader and also run big data sets and run the data back. So yes, gold had a very nice pop.
Yeah, it's literally like 3 pips away from TP4.
Very, very nice pop off these lows.
An automatic risk manager. There we go, Chad. There it is. TB4 with Iron 2000. Jeez and Chad, good afternoon. What's up? What's up? Yeah, guys, if I'm correct, the June 35.
Still
There we
active.
go. Valid till the 25th. I think that's next week, Wednesday. So make use of it, guys, while you can.
All of that volume from Juneteenth coming through. Hey, but Bonang called this move, eh?
Ah, Bonang called it.
Bonang,
We were saying his TP is 3,400 something.
No, I think he's at TP now. I think that's why we dropped a little. He took profit there. Chad, I just want to say one thing, and we'll talk about it on Monday. But I'm not going to mention the prop firm's name, but that prop firm is not doing him right. So that's all I want to say. But I'll let him talk on Monday. But for passing phases and now you're getting breached because you passed it and he had a good trade that he held, it's a mess. So, but we'll make a public announcement on Monday or Tuesday regarding that, because that is it is not fair towards him. No, we will. I just want to get all of the facts together. But yeah, it's not right. It's definitely not right. Like I mentioned to you guys this morning, when a prop firm is starting to do weird things to hinder a trader, you need to rethink your prop firm.
Yeah.
How would you feel, Keeks? You place a withdrawal with FTMO and they say you get breached for placing a withdrawal.
Bro, but it's not even that. Like, well, I mean, it's part of that. But like the whole thing we go to, and this is the biggest thing I think, is anyone that's been in the prop game very long, that is the worst nightmare. The guys that battle it out, the emotions you go through, everything you do to firstly just pass a phase 1, then to pass a phase 2, then to still trade and get into a profitable position
To withdraw.
and
And then you still put hurdles in front of the trader.
you still put hurdles and all of this, and then when you get to payouts, it's a problem. And that's always been my biggest thing, is there's other prop firms where, for example, they will let you trade until payout, and then they tell you, oh no, but we weren't happy with this.
But
we
you know why
weren't-
they do that?
No,
Because they
hoping
hope
you blow up.
yes.
Then they
So
don't
then I
have to say
don't have
anything.
to have that conversation.
Yeah, so, and already I feel like that's so unnecessary, because you're making him go through emotions you could have cut off long ago.
Bonang dried the prop out. The CEO is tired of not being able to enjoy himself because
So I keep talking about you.
ooh, Chad. And you know what's the crazy thing is that man's name is in conversations where he's not even at the table. When they have meetings, like, Joe, all right, team, what's the status on Bonang? Hey, sir, he's still going. He's actually sitting in deep blues. Let me see it. Hey, what is this man doing? Yeah, I know you can find him Monday to Friday there on the 2G stream.
And you
So.
know, Chad, and that's the one thing Chris and myself have said is, there's nothing. I mean, I want to say,
Bro, I've
benefiting out of having Bonang on our stream. Like, he doesn't pay us to be on the stream. He doesn't do anything to be here. Like, we just genuinely love the man, how real and like authentic he is, and we believe, like, that's the thing, we love the person he is and we back at the person he is. But then when you look at these boys, like what Chris is saying, the amount of people that I want to say is that typical thing of judging a book by its cover and would want to laugh at him. And now it's a case of
they want
your business can't even be there. Now it's a case of now you need to put some respect on his name. Now when he's getting to the point that he's bankrupting your business, now you want to take him serious.
They shouldn't have let that man wait 2 hours in the lobby. He took that personal. He took that personal. Bro, I've got an ad idea.
Yeah.
So we get shirts printed of that prop firm, and we make like a little scene where they, all right, risk team, what is going on? What's on the agenda? So we've got this guy from Zimbabwe, Bonang. He's absolutely killing us. Can't be. People don't pass prop firm challenges. Show me. So he's waiting for another 300k withdrawal. Fuck.
Bro, I actually
Bonanga mananga. Hey.
RCG was here for the cracker. Hey, Chris Keys, Miles Bonang. Honestly, the mentals that changed my life, and I have huge respect for you, G's. Hey, Lyndon, appreciate my brother. It means a lot. We just had to try to help you guys, and if we even helped one of you, that's all that matters.
Bonanga mananga.
I was also looking for the sales, but took the retrace move. W trade champ. Austin 2Gs and Chadadonia. 2Gs trading keys. What time frame is the gold on 2K on? I do not see those buy levels. On the 1 minute, my brother. The 1 minute. Let me actually put the.
In minute.
Where's my watermark?
Nah, Chad, I love that man is doing well. I just want him to prosper, man. It's honestly.
Yeah, there we go. On the 1 minute, guys. Think your mic is mute. Oh.
No, it was when.
Let's see. Also, Honor and yeah, we're on Black Bull then as well, brother. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Do you guys still use it?
Only Iron 2K. We must actually remove the T4U indicator.
The thing is, so Christmas I've had this debate. The T4U indicator still works. Like it still was doing very well.
Yeah, but I'm not updating the levels.
But that's what yeah. That one had to be physically updated the whole time.
Yeah, it kills me to basically change the code every morning, then repost it. It absolutely wrecked me.
Just made 5%. I entered the wrong lot size that I use for currencies. I accidentally used on indices. I made 5%. Hey. That prop firm, I've done something to Manang's dog because that man must just John Wick to the props. Hey. From a guy that paid below minimum wage in SA, I can't provide for my family without stress, all thanks to the G's. Hey, Lyndon. It means a lot, broski. Keith and Chris, did you guys take the buy on gold anti-gate? No, we didn't, my brother. As I said, I'm already in a trade.
No, I'm getting sliced here. I'm facing manipulation. Let me go pee. I don't know if that's going to improve it.
Yeah, when I saw the buy, and this was just a rule Chris and myself basically made, is when I actually only saw it, it was already past, well, basically just about to go past TP1. And we just made a rule for ourselves. We won't enter, like you missed it. So, yeah, we saw it late. We didn't see it when it was literally forming. Otherwise, you would have gone for it because we've been looking for the buy the whole day. Literally, it's the only signal it gave the whole day. So that was the trade we were waiting for. And we just missed it. I also don't have the signal on the 1 minute on gold. Let me just show you guys here so you guys can see. Alright guys, so you're going to have a look here. Very, very simple. You got to be on gold. Black Bull. Okay, Black Bull. So not an under, because if you're on an under, let's go have a look. There we go. See there. Under was even actually looking for a sell. We don't want to be on an under, guys. For those that are using the indicator, keep in mind we added you guys to the group. You guys, this also shows people that didn't go read and actually use their welcome packs and all these things, because there was a little thing there which has the best practices for the indicator, and in there it says US30 we recommend FP markets, and for gold we recommend Black Bull. Now if you went down to gold on Black Bull On the 1 minute, there was your bar. All right, guys. Damn, I missed the gold bar. Could have passed phase 1. Yeah. That was a monster. Absolute monster trade there. Yeah. Massive. 180 pip trade so far. Let's see. But it is at the EQ now, guys. So we want to see what's going to happen, though, if it's going to bounce now.
I'm still in drawdown.
No, you're in
Oh, hey. Those peas work, Keeks.
Yeah, check there.
Wait, let me go pee again.
Man's making a comeback.
Call me when we're safe. Keeks, I'm gonna put we must get some radios. Then I just sit in the toilet. It's like, all right, Chris, you can come out now. Go break even.
This thing breathes the lacquer down, Chris. Go take another pee. Black Bull feels like, nah, guys. Gold very nicely today. Weekend money sorted. There we go.
Keeks, but if you think about that death loop, so this is the death loop of traders where it's like, yo, this thing is super bullish, and this thing will only go higher. You enter your longs. It's like, oh damn, clap. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Into the cell.
Enter sell.
And then it goes
That
higher.
thing is like, yo, enter sell, yeah. This thing's gonna go down. And then you check. I don't want to jinx myself here. Touch wood. I'm not even gonna show that, Chad. We just show positivity here. I'm seeing a candle like this. I'm manifesting.
The big red candle in US City was Bonang hitting TP on his buys.
Hey, that was definitely Bonanga Mananga.
Yo, imagine you get the radio for you on the toilet. Thanks, TGs. I just converted my $100 to $300, targeting 20% profit per day. Will reduce once I get up. Hey, awesome stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Damn, for a moment there, bro, I thought that was like a real candle. I was like, what just happened, bro?
Now we're manifesting it, Kigo.
We're bringing back the manifestations.
Yeah. What goes up must come down, Chad. What goes up must come down.
Sounds about right. Guys, I think I'm dumb or blind. I searched for gold black bull, but it does not show up, and I have already. Okay, let me show you guys. Yeah.
Ooh, Brian. Hey, Brian.
Alright, so okay, guys, if you go here now, okay, if you're gonna search, let's search the XAU USD. See, this is the one you're all using, and you're just gonna scroll down, and there it is, black bull.
Bro, for a moment when I looked there, I was like, shit, did we just hit TP? And I remember I drew that. I drew it. Chad, I'm just going to get this beard ready for the wife.
There we go, same here. How come we don't...
Whoa, you see what the...
Yo. Yo.
Yo, is the guts there?
Did you ever get your almonds?
No, I didn't buy it. They didn't want to give it to me for free.
Hey.
He wanted money for it.
Wait, okay, hold on. What were the helmets, though?
I think it was 45 or 50
For what?
for signed helmets.
By who?
I think it's Rossi, Marquez, and...
Wait, okay, hold on. Is there authentication with those? Like the certificates?
I think so. Brian wouldn't sell you some.
Chris is the biggest window shopper I've seen. No, to be fair, I know a bigger window shopper.
Nah.
But, okay, was there certificates for them? Yeah, I got certificates, Rossi, Marquez, and Bender. Okay, I don't need Bender, that's chilled. Rossi and Marquez. Okay.
Hey, look, I want to get it, but my wife is going to be... Have you heard that Instagram? How much did it cost? They gave it to me.
They just gave it to me.
What do you mean? It was for free. They gave it to me. It's like, what did you... So, Brian, you can ask Keeks. For instance, he was with me at the one mana on. Like, I go for it. So, the one... Keegs wasn't with me on that one, so they usually have these what do you call it? These auctions quite late when the guys are a little bit
after you've been drinking.
Yeah, after you've been spirited up a little bit. And that night I come home with a few packages. And the next morning you actually feel a little bit ill. You're like, It's like, I don't know if it was the drinking or if it's me wasting a lot of money on stuff that I bought now. So I kept it in my car. And then about 2 days later, I went to bring it out and I put it behind the couch. And I don't know how my wife sniffed it out. And she's like, what are these? What is this? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, that was a lucky draw. She's like, how did you win 3 prizes at the lucky? I'm like, it was a lucky draw. I won.
Wait, what? Wait, how was your time with Jake's got banned? Wait, what did you guys do?
The boys
Hey, boys, you guys went to stir and cock again.
they are. Didn't you see this morning? They went when we went streaming yesterday to other streamers' channels and just caused havoc.
I was actually gonna say, where's Jexy, bro? I haven't seen Jex.
No, Jake's is yeah. I saw
They
him earlier.
chose violence. We just sparked the fire there, but is that where the name changes came?
Wait, where's Jake's? I swear I saw
The
Jake's
big
earlier.
streamers were off, so we supported the small ones. Hey, boys.
Where's Jake's? Is Jake's not here?
Chad, but I promise you, like what Chris is saying now,
Where's
it's not
Jake's?
even funny. So the manor aunt we went to was rough. The next day, that was, for those of you guys, you should all remember it, where myself and Chris we were critical, that we were literally laying on the floor, that we had Mo was streaming, if you guys remember that, because Chris and myself just couldn't do it.
Never again.
Chad, I promise
Yeah.
you, I'm sitting there, the amount of times Chris's mom phones him, she just says to Chrissy, it's okay, don't, what did you buy? No, I didn't buy anything, I swear I didn't.
Bro, they
What-
think
what
I
did you
lose
buy?
like control.
Yeah, they
They
literally,
always like,
they phoned
"Yes,
back
dude."
about 10 times. Chad, this isn't a word, the girls can come in here and tell you, and they would be come in, Chris will be like, I didn't buy anything, okay. 5 minutes later, they phone in. Chrissy, just tell us, what did you buy?
But I really wanted those gloves though.
The gloves were dope,
Yeah.
bro. Chad, okay, I'm actually not going to say. But no, that was.
But you got the glove. I think it went for 48, eh?
Chad, but you know what the best thing is, though? Is at the end of the night, when we all standing outside talking, and then you have to watch the guys carry out their stuff, and not one of them look happy.
No, bro.
Because now it's that moment
It's
you just
cuck.
realize what you paid so much money for.
Chad, here's the thing. It's a pissing contest. So everyone's there like, you look across like, Keegan's being. It's like 10K. Keegan's like, damn you, 12K. Other guy's like, 18. I've got 18 here in front. I have a 20, 22, 22, 22. Give it to me. And then at the end, it's like that ego drives you, Chad.
Chad, just because Chris said that, I'm going to throw you under
No,
the bus.
don't throw me under the
No,
bus.
just
Don't-
this is the one thing.
No, man. I know what you're doing. No, man, don't do it. Don't do it, Keeks. Don't do it. Just say there was a little ego as well. So you can just say, I also ego bead a little bit.
Do you know what I was going to say?
Yeah. No. Don't do it. I also ego bead. So let's leave it at that. I know exactly what you want to say.
No, there was 2 things, but the one... oh, Chad. Yeah, so that was a good, funny night. Flip. What is this? Oh, my... Bro,
This
this
is very-
music
this
video
is
is just...
very-
Look at this. What is going on here?
That is epilepsy.
What
Yeah.
is NCS doing?
That's epilepsy in a song
And then-
and a video.
This is literally what the next one was. Alright. We're going through everything here.
Fabs, it's never good. When you start ego being.
Oh.
But that night when I bought 3 things, Keegs, I promise you, the third item I didn't even be on. The lady walks to me. So I don't know if somebody was behind me. She's like, "Yeah, sir, yeah, just sign here." And I'm like, now everyone looks at you. It's a room full of 500 people. You're not going to be like, "Well, yeah, this thing made any." I'm like, "What is it?" "No, it's that." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay." "How much is it?" "No, 12K. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Now you don't want to look like that brokey there. Oh, no, moet net nie vir my gee nie. Nee, ek het nie gebeur nie.
Bro, yo, that was so funny.
Hey, there we go, Jex.
He's Jexy. Jexy, I heard you got blocked or banned or sent to the metaverse. Hey, you boys.
No, so everything at those mana aren't is actually verified. There are some very cool stuff. So, for instance, I bought an actual game ball. It's not a replica. It was the actual ball they played with. That's signed in a box with a photo of the game and signatures on. The one thing, I don't know if it was with you, Keeks, or the previous Mana Aunt, was the actual cap of one of the when they do the capping ceremony for the British and Irish.
Yes, that was the one we were. Yeah,
was that the one where we were? Yeah,
that one had a lot of nice stuff, bro.
That was the actual cap, so it's not a replica. It was actually, I can't remember the player. It's his cap that he received at the capping ceremony. So something like that is. I mean,
there was the ones that you wanted was the Drickus's gloves.
Yeah, but that was
signed, which were the ones you wore when you won the championship. Yeah. It was like there was It's the Best Togs signed from the Rugby World Cup final. Like yeah, there really is some cool stuff.
But you still have to have your limits, Chad. 50K for one glove is.
I think that was the whole argument. The only reason you didn't, because you said if it was both
single,
of them, if only for one of them.
For one glove, it looks odd if the guys really wanted to milk that evening. For two, maybe it looks good in a set, but for one.
Did you also tell you he's going to put you in the... Wait, what? Did he also tell you he's going to put you... Chad, what did you guys do?
Yo, is he putting eggs in the ground? Who's this? Who are you guys talking about?
So everyone was watching. Chad, you ex hurt people's feelings, bro. Like the one day we take a break, other people are like, hey, my viewers are up. And all those viewers choose violence. Hey, what are you boys doing?
Support the hustle, Chad. I can already see Brian. He's going to go to Miles' stream. Miles, why aren't the guys drinking Super C anymore? Is everything okay?
Yeah, we were lurkers. You got gnarled for having views, Chris. I remember you guys told us at the one time where he fought with the guys because like that he was watching them just because the other people weren't streaming. I remember someone told us that before. Bro was crashing out. He was Kasape. What?
No, I wasn't busy. Yeah, Bonang is facing a lot of issues. I feel sorry for the guy. And if you think about the timelines, all of these consistency rules, all of everything that's come in is since he's been there. So I don't know, Keeks. I don't know.
Go rewatch your keys and Chris, you'll be shocked.
Bro, if you think about it, Keeks, when a company starts changing its policies,
bro, they brought out like a whole new rule book just because of one trader.
Oh, Chad. And then Bonang still goes ahead, shows other guys how to do it. The one guy I think works in a bookshop. It's like, let me show you. Withdraw.
Right, and he's done like 200K. Because remember, he did the 100K, and then he still came on stream the other day, and he's like, yo, he did another 100K.
Bro, so now that prop firm is like, Joe, this man is doing well. And now he's teaching other guys as well. So now there's little Bonang minions running around.
But But he mentioned him and Chris spoke things out. Hey.
Who's that now? Who are you talking about? Bonang should just join. Yeah, he should just join.
Bro, the thing is, we love Bonang, but I don't know why he doesn't
must
want
go
to.
to
We've
FTW.
said to him,
He
like,
must,
bro,
yeah.
they are the one people, bro, you could run up 10 million rand.
No, but I think
and
this.
they will pay you out.
I think this will push him now. I definitely think this is going to
Like,
push him.
I know they're more expensive, but there's not any
Nah, I
amount
promise
he
you,
could hit,
Keeks.
and he's not
I
going to get a
think-
payout.
I think he's going to move now. Eh?
That's just I know they're more expensive, but it's just a thing of, bro, it doesn't matter what amount he can run at a company.
I think
they will
I
pay
think
you
what
out.
Bonang should do is he should go to them and say, listen, yeah, tell me what you guys will be happy with. Let me not slice you guys so hard. Tell me, what are you happy with?
If you have enough cash, you would rather trade live. No, that's still wrong, my brother. So Chris and I have had this conversation. Think of it like this on ROI. If you to make the money, he trades or what makes in a
You
trade.
have to put that money at
He
risk.
has to put that money at risk in a live account. Where now, technically, let's say he's bought a 2 million rand account
For 7K.
for 7K. Technically, all he's
Only
actually put at risk is
7Ks.
7K.
Yeah. No,
You gotta
Chad, I
think of
think
it that way.
Yeah. So it's not a money issue. I can promise you, the guy's not struggling for money.
When you trade personal, yes, it's nice, but you have to understand you open yourself up to way more risk than what a funded trader does. Is there no recourse if you don't get paid out? Surely there's an agreement when you get a real
No.
account. Nope.
The prop firms are shady, Chad. The prop firms, that's why I say if a prop firm's gonna do bad business, they're gonna do bad business. It's the same with brokers. If a broker wants to do bad business, policies and terms and conditions are written in a way to not necessarily protect the consumer. I know of some big overseas brokers that pay. Just put it close to me, or okay. Don't put it there; it's gonna fall. Okay. That pay like a 5 or 10 million pound fine every year for certain things that they do, and it's just they are still compliant, but they just take it on the chin. It's almost like having a fast car. You still drive over the speed limit. You just pay the fine, but you're not gonna.
Man is making 100k plus off of 7k. Exactly. Just think about that. Where are you going to go put 7k in an account and make 100k?
So the consistency rule for Vault Funder is there is no consistency rule, my brother.
Yeah.
You trade how you should trade.
Also, I haven't tried Funder Pro. I haven't. Dismayed as our child's doing sizing your bigger trades right here. How does that iron strikes at the building of Microsoft? Wait, what? Iran strikes at the building of Microsoft affect you?
When happened that? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I don't even know about that. But wait. What, like Microsoft there?
Does Microsoft have a building in Iran?
That's
I
what
don't know.
I'm asking. Because
Or was it on US? No, I don't think
territory.
they'll strike on US soil. That will be.
If they struck in US, that would be the floodgates open, because then US is going to respond.
Also, our scalping rule is there is no scalping rule. You don't have to hold the trade for 10 minutes. Shame. Now, Abuna actually needs to get a stopwatch as well. Like, all right, I'm entering now.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Like, damn, I can't either stop either. Let me just not have a stop or take profit. It's like, shoo, okay, 10 minutes. Now, Kiggs, imagine this.
Yeah.
You have to hold the trade for 10 minutes. It shoots up 1,000 points. You close it. Now you get chalked for the consistency rule.
But you
You see what I'm saying?
But that's what I was about to say. So
A
what
lot of-
happens where it's like, I was happy to take my trade, my profit at, let's say, 50k. But now you made me wait 10k. Something happened and the market's popped off.
And now
now
I
I
make-
close off at 150, 200k.
Now I get chalked.
And now it's my problem.
Chad, let it make sense. to you. It doesn't make sense to me.
I have to hold a certain amount of time, but if I hold and I make more profits, then I'm not consistent, and then that's a problem.
Chad, must we get that CEO on a call here, on stream live? What do you guys rate? What do you guys rate? Let's ask him. Let's get him on here. I'll send him a message tonight, Chad. Let's get him on. Let's ask him.
There we go.
Alrighty, Chad. I'll pop him a message tonight.
Let's see what other big boys in the prop firm space are going to come on a live stream. Please, CEO to CEO, lol. Hey. I don't agree with it, but it is a business. They want to make money. That's the thing. But put it this way. So how did all the other major prop firms get to where they were without having to do the traders in so badly?
Yeah, here's the thing, Chad. If you're going to be running 45% discounts, because think about it. Is it on my screen, Kiggs?
Yeah.
Quickly, is it?
Yeah, you want it on my screen?
Just put it on my screen quickly.
It's on yours.
So if you think about a prop firm, this is how it works. This is why you can't really run 40-50% discounts, because every account you sell is technically a potential liability to the prop firm. Okay. So now, let's say that 1 million rand, that 1 million rand account costs 8K. Okay. Now you get a trader that basically takes that 1 million rand account, makes $1 million. That is now $1 million liability that you took on for only a 8K reward. Now, if you further cut into your bottom line and you sell that 1 million rand account for 4K, you've now doubled your liability. So now, for the sake of trying to drive sales, this is why the funded trader didn't last very long. Now, for the sake of trying to push sales and your numbers, now you're putting your entire business model at liability. Where instead of saying, listen here, I'm going to make sure that I've got prudent risk management with my traders, that I'm going to make sure that I establish a relationship with my traders, and thirdly, I'm going to make sure that there's enough liquidity within the business to ensure that we can pay our traders. So our liquidity ratio at Vault Funder is 57%. That is what we have calculated in terms of notionary value and in terms of actual net allowable loss. That is what we need to just keep one side. Not even, you don't even touch it. It's just sitting there. And there's actually a sheet that we update every single day with our open risk. And this is how you ensure that at no stage, even if traders do massive returns, that you're not going to sit with a red face and you're going to try and now manipulate traders to not pay them out. Because this is the part where a lot of the prop firms fail. They eat the money and they don't keep a 57% liquidity ratio in the bank. And that is the issue. If you think about it, a prop firm is just like an ODP or a B-book broker, but just with much higher risk. Because your risk with a prop firm is leveraged.
I have a conscience, fund most of the prop firms to pay for their risk. I'll stop counting, but I can't stop trading. Kyle, so that is the thing. That's where the guys that kind of stop fighting it and get on board with it. If you think of FTMO, what do you think they did? All of their biggest traders, what do? They kind of blacklist them, so they can't trade the prop firm. They actually become an employee for the prop firm, and they trade live capital funded accounts, which in FTMO's case is called your quant lane traders. So they literally get brought in as an employee and they trade for the company.
Chad, that is something that we're working on, but you guys need to remember in terms of regulation and legislation to manage money, even if it's a business's money or investors' money, you need to have a category 2 or a cat 2A license in terms of hedge funds. So it's not an easy thing to go through to get it, but once you've got it, then you can start to establish something. So for instance, me writing this exam is part of it. Now there's a RE, I think it's a RE3 exam for hedge funds. So slowly but surely we will build into that where you can now, for instance, get big investors involved and say, listen here, we've got a pool of very good traders, and you now basically identify those traders, and then you can almost think of Vault Funder as a pruning course to get the good traders, and then you approach those traders and say, listen here, we want you to manage a percentage of our fund. This is our mandate. This is our compliance officer. He's going to make sure that you stick to the mandate. This is the mandated risk. This is how we expect you to trade the portfolio. Here's all the APIs. You log into the account, you trade. We do a daily or weekly review on your performance, and there you go.
Keys, when you get an FTMO employee, well, you get a new backdrop and a new color light like Chris's blue background. The problem is, I won't, because if I had to become an FTMO employee, I will no longer be here. Once you sign that contract, they pay for your relocation, and you have to go to obviously work at their offices in Sweden.
I'm going to say there's nobody that stood out, and I'm going to say for the simple reason is that traders, there's two types of traders. I actually want to say the best trader so far is the guy that won that 10K account.
I know you're talking about the guy who won it for free.
Yeah, he's honestly been the most consistent trader that I've seen. In terms of, I think it's almost, we're going on 6-7 months now.
Oh, he's scaled the gun 3 times already.
I think 2 or 3 times, yeah. That is most probably the most consistent trader that I've seen. The issue is a lot of the guys trade very consistently up until a point, and then what they do is once they get the refund, it's like
full send. It's
the casinos, or it's not money from home. Then they almost get that casino mindset, like I'm just gonna grip and rip. So that's why there's no incentive really to, unless you understand that it is an asset. But other than that, there's no incentive for a lot of guys to try and keep the account. They see it as a very low barrier to entry. You got your refund, that 10K or whatever you paid, I can full send that into 300K, and Chad, so just giving you guys a little bit of a backdrop here. As I've mentioned, if we do not start dropping, we can potentially get a new point of control. And that is currently what is busy happening here. So I'm keeping a keen eye on this level right here. This is a level where we can get our next bounce from. So unless we start trading below here, I will not be sticking around in the trade. So I'm just giving it a little bit more time. Point of control is still all the way down here. I just want to see what is going to happen here. NAS at a very nice drop. Then, yeah, Moonstone. look at bro.
What did you say now? Yeah.
Oh, Brian. Hey, man. Brian, when are you coming to visit us? We need Brian here. Consistency is better than blowing. Why are you the liquidity? Yeah, Chad, this trade is not looking fantastic. We're going to have to wait a little bit more. I'll let you guys know shortly. It is a bump and a grind here currently. We could shoot all the way back up there again. Keys, I want to go pee again.
Oh.
See if I can bring this market down. So I'm drinking all of this water here.
I see this, bro. Working with the game plan.
Alright, Chad, this is the zone, eh? Next push could be brutal. This thing holds outside here, it will be a brutal pump to the upside. Let me go pee quick. If I come back after the pee. Ooh, whoop.
Eesh, man's going through it there. Big E.
Chad, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy, Forex Insights SA, Mr. BE, the coupon guy, the risk interview guy in the building.
Bro, is Forex SA still a thing? Is that like still active?
We just hit 1.4 subs.
Hey, awesome.
Hey, we growing. Chad, go ahead and hit the like, hit a subscribe on Forex Insights SA. This is me reminding you that you get 35% off any Vault Funder account today if you use code June35. Try and set yourself up for a good Monday. Get yourself that 50K account, that 100K account. Now that the 2G stream is allowed to give financial advice, things are about to get a little hectic here. So go ahead, get yourself a big boy account. Come Monday, we trading with a vengeance. Although, to be perfectly upfront, honest with you guys, I'm hoping Chris's trade doesn't work out well, because I've been on longs from US 30 since yesterday, and it's looking spicy. Spicy. I'm long on gold, a nice little swing there. I'm long on US 30. If we hit TP, account passed and some change.
Hey.
And some change.
Hey, there we go.
So I'm having a phenomenal week, Chad. I don't know about you guys. Both on the personal and the funded, we're looking good. If I could get myself a little Vault Funder account, I would. Get a little 100K. Start making money. Your P kind of worked, eh?
Did it?
Kinda.
Man's.
I need to go fetch my son, so this trade better start moving now. This trade better start moving.
Ever since 1K subs, Forex Insights SA barely uploads. Hey,
Yo,
sure.
Okay. We built this man a studio. We said, Ed, we built it. This man has got a studio that's soundproof. It's a proper studio. Huh?
Monday, Chad.
Monday. Okay.
All right. You heard it here first, Chad.
Kicks, did we not build this man a soundproof studio with a very clean backdrop and everything. It was like content.
Hey, bro.
Content is pumping out of there. Enjoy yourself. How do you enable the indicator? After you sign up, you will receive an email, or if you followed all of the steps, you will also receive an email. Mr. M, the big thing with trading is you got to find what works for you, my brother. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, and I don't want to get you into a rigid mindset. I want you to be open-minded with everything we share. And if I can give you the core principle of trading, Chad, another nugget for free. I'm not even going to invoice you guys for this one. The only thing you should ever ask yourself is in trading is if this, then that. So if this is going to happen, what do I do? What do I want to see? For instance, like I told you guys, I marked this out. So if this, then that. So if this had to start breaking out and holding, then I would kill off the position. If we started to reject there and come down, I'm still holding the position. Next up, where we took the shorts from this morning, that was basically your London eye. So all I'm doing now is I'm like, if we break through here and we reject, then I'm going for that point of control. If we bounce off the point of control, I'm out of the trade. That is me for the day. That is all you need to ask yourself. So any system you implement, if this is going to happen, then what do I do? It's just the cause and effect. That's all trading is. You don't have to make it any more than that. It is literally just cause and effect. So, 20-piece McNugget, you guys have been fed this week. Honestly and truly, I don't know how the poll said 30% of you got sliced. So, I want that 30% to go and rest the weekend and come back Monday seriously. You need to get to a point where you are tired of losing. You shouldn't be okay with losing. It's fine. There's going to be a time in your trading where you're going to lose a lot, and it's fine. But there also comes a time where you need to get tired of losing. Because if you're not tired of losing and losing money, then you're not going to be serious about your trading. Like I said, some of you guys need to start taking it seriously. Not yet, my brother. Not yet. Not yet. My break-even level is going to be around here. That is my break-even level. Let me actually see how it's...
Who else is waiting for gold sells around 530? Why is gold going to sell at 530?
Level by level. I'm gonna have to leave, bro. I have to pick up Darnell. Alrighty, what is happening here? We are trying to get back in here. I'm gonna have to wait 5 more minutes. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, Keeks, just 5 more minutes. I just wanna. What is gold doing? Ooh. Daily flip. Beautiful breakout of that range. Nas. Hey! Nas, look at that, Chad. Look at that saucy point of control. This was actually part of the Streetwise 2 earlier in the week. We shared this. This was in the Streetwise 2 meal with the dunk wings.
Hey.
Keeks, some of the boys know what's going on here. Chad, who enjoyed the two McNuggets with the wings? You would know. What did we talk about earlier in the week? Drop a McNugget if you know. Your Keeks, do you really want to choke me with this song? You can't do that to me, bro. You can't do that to me. Yo.
Hey.
167. Alright. So there's your 2 standard deviation mark. There's your 2 standard deviation. Okay, but let me not drop any more nugs here. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, chat. Nice little rejection there. All we want to see now is a nice pump down to that average daily range level. Also, your London Eye. That is where I will go break even. The trade will then be up a net of 170 pips. I would potentially consider, if I see we are bouncing off that level, I would consider taking profit there, calling it a week. It's been a very good week. But if we break through, I am going for that POC level. So I'm just going to wait for this 5 minute to close for us to manage the trade. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to move my stops to just above these session highs, because effectively we don't expect price to come back up there. If it comes back up there, then we are done. So I just want to move those stops. 42 460, 42. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. TP is 42.043, 42.043. Oh, I'm greedy. I want to make it 42.070. 42. Oh, that's when that greed gets the better of you. Those airsoft jackets aren't cheap. Yeah, see, Chad, I'm ready to get brutalized next week, Wednesday. Keeks, do you rate I keep that jacket for the second day once the boys are like seasoned into the hunt? Or do you think I start the hunt with the pixelated jacket?
Start with it, bro.
You think rather come out hot, everything, gloves, balaclava, little buff around the neck.
Everything, bro.
And you're just like, boys,
Boys think I'm here to play.
I'm ready. Alrighty, Chad, this is starting to look good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my stops, all of my stops, to the last position that I had in, which was up there. I've only got 3 positions in, so I'm moving all of the stops to that level. Okay. One more. There we go. Alrighty, so that is where our last position was in, and I'll fully go break even once we tap that level. Sorry, Keeks is like, fuck, I want to go home and this guy's still
This man's on a mission here, Chad.
That's opposite my skin. Nah, chat, I'll send you guys photo. Oh. Bro, I don't even know if it's going to come in time, so I might need to go to Gunshak on Monday.
Oh. You look at TP, I'm up 9%.
Damn. Every Friday, Kig's like, can we call it? Chris is like, why, bro? Okay. Chad, I have to run. I have to go pick up my son. It's been a phenomenal week. You guys know what we're doing. That level right there, London Eye, that is where I'm going. Fully break even. All of my stops are above there. That's 53 points. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. That's fine. But ultimately, I'm going for this zone down here. 276 points. Do we get it? I don't know. It will be a hopeful trade if we do. But I do appreciate all of you, Keeks. Thank you so much for this week. It has been a very, very good week. Chad, and I will see you guys next week. Next week, I will... Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm only here in the morning. We're leaving the afternoon to go hunting. So you guys will only have me for 3 days. And then the other 2, I'll be in the veld. All right. Thanks, Chad. Peace and love, baby. Thanks, Kigo.
All right, Chad. That's going to be it. We're not looking for anything else here. So, all right. Make the most of it, Chad. Have a great weekend. Again, as always, Chad, thank you and appreciate the love. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. And Chad, we'll see you next week, baby. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Cheers.